Breaking news from Ukraine, where at least 2 people have been killed, more than 20 others injured in a Russian missile attack on a popular shopping area. It happened in the city of Kramatorsk in the Donetsk region. A pizza restaurant, we understand, took a direct hit. A search and rescue operation is now underway. We want to go now to our very own Nick Connolly. He is in the Donetsk region of eastern Ukraine for us. He is under curfew restrictions right now. Nick, what more can you tell us about this missile strike? What facts have you been able to gather?
Well, it seems like those casualty numbers are set to climb. Unfortunately, some media locally already reporting 3 dead and over 20 wounded. This was kind of prime time in Kramatorsk, which is the kind of administrative center for the front lines in Donetsk. It's a place where lots of the government administration, where lots of logistics happens, where families come to visit their loved ones who are serving in the military for a day or two's respite. And this was the kind of central area where the supermarket is, where the cafes are. I've been to that cafe many times myself in the past, just last couple of months ago, and this was 7:30 in the evening, approximately local time, just an hour and a half before curfew, and so that would have been thronged with people. If you look at the images that are doing the rounds on social media, there's a big ruined hotel complex directly next door that was destroyed earlier on in the war, but it seems like this was an attempt to, I guess, intimidate people. It was we believe, a ballistic missile, S-300 ballistic missile of the kind that Kramatorsk gets basically every night, but the only exception being most of the time these rockets arrive in the middle of the night, about midnight. Often you can kind of basically set your watch by the missile attacks. They come just around midnight, and now for the first time in a while they've sent those missiles over just as people were out in the streets.
And what we're seeing, these pictures we're seeing right now, very dramatic. And we're not talking about this area having any military significance, are we?
I think some of this will have been because they can. This is a city that is too far away for artillery to hit, but which is still easily targetable with those kind of S-300 missiles, which are abundant in Russia's supplies. These aren't the kind of expensive missiles that are difficult to produce and that Russia is scrambling to produce with kind of sanctions busting bits of chips and stuff they have to get from outside the country. But I think it's also about psychological impact, to show that there is nowhere that is safe, that Ukraine's air defences are not enough to defend every city. They might be enough for big centres like Kiev or Lviv, but certainly a place like Kramatorsk, the sky is still very much unprotected to a large extent. And obviously they will have thought that they might hit also lots of military commanders, top-ranking people, maybe also journalists. This is a place frequented by lots of the press trying to report about this war, and locals. So I think any kind of big meeting people anywhere where there are crowds is unfortunately a target, and that is the reason why lots of people in this part of Ukraine stay at home, keep their heads down, and don't go about daily lives, because they know that anything is visible from the skies, from the drones, and anything is a target.
Yeah, unfortunately that is the case. DW's Nick Connolly with the latest tonight from eastern Ukraine. Nick, thank you, and stay safe.